Hi everyone, welcome to day 10 of the first 30 days. I hope you are enjoying it so far and that you're really starting to build the habit of working on your business every day, not just in your business. Today we are looking at the whiteboards and how the studio whiteboard and the project whiteboards work together to keep your to-do list really ship-shape and under control. And we're also looking at how you can use these whiteboards to run a very efficient whip meeting with your team. Let's get started. So today we're looking at how the studio and project whiteboards work together, but we are also looking at the systems and processes around running a whip meeting. So whip is work in progress, and it's something that if you have a team, really you should be doing maybe once a week, just in terms of keeping everyone on track and up to date with what's happening in the studio. And if you work on your own, then the same principles are really apply. And the whiteboards give you an instant tool to run a whip meeting without having to produce another document, write notes, constantly trying to update another document. So the whiteboards really do save you a lot of time, and they give you that process to run a whip meeting really easily. So similar to the calendars, you have a studio whiteboard and a project whiteboard. And if we jump into the studio whiteboard, just like you've be familiar with this from our time tracking. So we've got all of our tickets here at the studio level. They've all got the projects that they relate to. You're able to start the timer from there, which I hope everyone has started their time tracking for this. You obviously can drag the tickets across the boards, and you're also able to click in to each of the boards to leave more details, attach documents, change the priority, change the board they sit on. And you also have here a detailed breakdown of the time tracking that is on that ticket. So if I jump into this one here, you'll see here that you can see there's been 33 hours logged on this ticket. Now, when you're doing a whip meeting, this is really crucial information, because as a studio owner, or even just when you're working on your own, you're going to know how long it should take you to do a task. And this is a really quick way of going, okay, yep, we're on track, or no, we're not, or like this one here, someone left the timer going, so maybe we need to edit that. But it just allows you to see how long you've spent on that task. So that's the studio whiteboard. You're able to filter by tasks assigned. So, for example, that is the tasks that have been assigned to Beth. And you can just go to all tasks. You're able to also search by kind of descriptor. So for example, if I put light in, it's going to give me all of the tickets that mention light. So you can filter through that as well. In terms of running a whip meeting, this is really where the whiteboards, I think they just kind of save you so much time, and they allow you to run such an efficient studio. So, back in the good old days when I worked at larger studios, I was the general manager, I would spend I'd get into the office first thing Monday morning, and I'd spend an hour trying to kind of pull together this Word document that I was constantly updating. It was so time consuming and inefficient. So something like this, you can jump in first thing Monday morning, your team or yourself, you've been filling out and updating this board throughout the whole previous working week. So it is a live kind of snapshot of what's happening in your studio. So the other whiteboard that you have is the project whiteboard. So every project has its own whiteboard. You can find that in the project. So if you click into the project from your project list, you'll see the 4 blue boxes, and we go to project whiteboard. They look very similar. Obviously, each ticket doesn't have the colored tag for the project at the top, but they all have, you're able to start the task, you're able to change the priority, and it has the project number here. The main difference between the studio whiteboard and the project whiteboard is this is where you're able to load the whiteboard template. So if you go back to day 3 where we built our whiteboard templates, this is where now you're able to use them. This is where you load the whiteboard templates. So it's a matter of just clicking which one you want. If you want to deselect one of the tasks, you can do that as well. And you just simply load the template. That quickly builds out that to-do list. You can assign the task to a team member. You're able to go in and kind of give a bit more detail to the ticket. So for say here, you might go renders, 4 needed. So you're able to give a bit more detail to those overall topics. You're able to attach documents, or concept boards, or whatever it might be, and you're able to leave comments. You're also able to see here the time tracking as on the studio boards. You can move them across the boards here, and you can change the priority here as well. This makes setting up a project so simple and so kind of quick. You don't have to think about what are all those tasks I need to do. It's giving you a very quick way of setting up a project, especially if you're maybe a studio owner and you've got a junior design team member. You can set up tasks for them very quickly to do. You can leave all the information you need on that ticket, and with a few things across the WIP meeting, you can go, okay, this is what I need you to get to work on. So the whiteboards are such a powerful tool to help you keep on top of all of those tasks in your studio. The whiteboard templates really enhance that experience and mean that you can just get on top of those to-do lists so much quicker. So I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson and kind of got your head around how the whiteboards work across the studio and the project whiteboards, and also how they can really help you drive efficiencies in your studio. See you tomorrow.